All right, I was working on my ice bath. Got my water tank. I'm working on the frame. Gotta square all this in. Once I get that squared in, I got my 1x6 tongue and groove I'm gonna work on. Get it all framed in, and then work on insulating it with some foam, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, I've got a lot of it framed in. Pretty sure it's squared up pretty good. The back side here, I'm fixing to put some holes in the tank and install the fittings for the actual pump filter that I'm going to hook up to the tank to help keep it clean. And then I can continue getting it all, the siding on, and then I'll work on filling it up with the insulation. So, not bad progress. All right, so I got most of the siding around it. Got to finish up the top, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the insulation in. There's my hookups for my pump, my filter, to filter it and keep it good and clean. And then I'm going to insulate the entire inside with foam insulation, and then we can work on the lid after that. So not bad for a day of work. All right, so I'm working on the top now. All the insulation, this thing is insulated very well. I done spray insulation all the way around the entire thing, just packed it full. Completely packed full all the way around. Now I'm working on the trimming around the sides, and then once I get all that done, I should get that done today. Next is the lid. Then we can work on touching it all up, getting it painted, and we'll be ready to roll. All right, got one end done. Gonna get the other end in here in a little bit, but got some rain coming, so gonna have to finish that probably manana. Alrighty, here we are, completely all trimmed in. Everything is set. There's an ice bath right there. Now everything's good. Just got to start working on the lid to seal this top off here, and there we are. Cold Plunge. All right, got the lid all done. Put the foam on the lid. I got some foam board, 2-inch foam board, doubled it up, got it 4 inches thick. Put some tarp on it to tie it all in. Keep it on there like that. It's right on there. All right, so here she is. All I got left to do is some stain it, seal up a few things. Got my pump right here, all hooked up to help keep it clean. This pump does 1,000 gallons an hour, so that's plenty. This tank's about 110 gallons, I believe. It's a 2 by 5 foot water tank. I got my fittings here. Go to Home Depot, kind of explain what you're doing. They'll hook you up with those. They're cheap. Had to drill a couple holes in the side of it, but all in all, wasn't a big project. So over here in the next week or so, I'm gonna stain it And I'll probably go ahead and fill this thing up today. All right, got it all stained. Got my bungees hooked up. Help keep the lid tied down. Added a little bit of foam around the edges to help seal it off. So she's all stained. Bungees, I use some ball bungees to bungee it down. I spent a lot of time focusing on the insulation to hold temperature. Insulated all the hoses for the pump. Added a little floater. I basically treat it like I do my swimming pool. Add a little bit of chlorine, don't take much. Filter it. I use these 2-liter water bottles. I just put those in there. I add the 2-liter bottles every morning and every evening, and it holds the temperature really well. It was 39 this morning, and after sitting in the sun all day, I think it was 86 today, sitting in the direct sunlight. When I got home, it was still at 41 degrees. I added a couple bags of ice just here a minute ago. Get that temperature down if you want it even colder. But I use those water bottles to help keep the temperature down throughout the day. I pump. So project is complete. Total price was probably around $1,000. Probably could have shaved some off, but I kind of done it on a whim. And so it is what it is, but hey, it holds cold water. So not bad for a homemade cold plunge.